Hey guys, it's Thursday, and today we're talking about how we got our ideas for our books. And Victoria used a puzzle analogy. I'm not using a cooking analogy. I'm just making dinner. So A Touch Mortal actually started out as a short story. I wrote it for a class that I was taking at a community college where I'm from. And the story had been due like the week before, and I was not done, and I had told the teacher that I was done, and then it would be there, I just had to make copies. So I was kind of really screwed. I had no idea what I wanted to write about. I can't remember what the prompt was anymore, but I had no clue. I had no idea what to write on. I was basically sitting there in front of the computer, blank-faced and total panic face. I should mention that where the story was originally written was at Scott's house that Saturday. His parents were out of town, and instead of throwing an awesome party or something like that kids that age should have done, we wrote like really late at night because we're awesome. So there I was trying to write this story. Wasn't working out. I finally gave up, and I came into the living room where Scott was watching TV. He was kind of flicking through the channels, and he stopped on MTV, which was playing Jackass. And some guy in, I believe it was a blue Lycra bodysuit, was skateboarding, and fell off his skateboard and basically like skidded across the ground. And Scott blurted out, "Skin and concrete do not mix." And for some reason, that popped a whole scene into my head. And that scene actually made it into, so far, the final cut of the book, which is the scene where they go to watch this guy jumping off a building. The short story was basically, I think it was 3 kids at the time, who were watching this guy jump, and they were so jaded about it and so cavalier, and just, it was their entertainment for the night, and it was so wrong and screwed up, and I loved it. And that is where the original scene of A Touch Mortal, what later became A Touch Mortal, how it came to be. It was a line off Jackass. Yeah. As for the rest of the story, once I kind of knew what was going on with it, I take inspiration from everywhere. A lot of my inspiration comes from songs. There is a huge plot point that came from a song that I had on repeat for days and never realized why it was on repeat. And eventually it just kind of clicked, and everything fell into place with my ending. It's such a big spoiler, I can't even tell you like the song, let alone the band, because you'll be able to figure it out. I kind of get my ideas from everywhere, and I collect little bits of conversation, things people say that catch me, I'll write down. Me and Scott did that all through college. There's a notebook somewhere that has like 10,000 awesome lines in it, totally out of context. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna owe my whole career to A, Scott Tracy, which that kind of goes without saying, but B, Jackass. This is the legacy that I leave to the world.